My goodness. Is it okay to check your partner's phone? Let's talk about trust issues. Like, what do you think about it when I'm
First,
always on your phone checking every week, every weekend? Who did you chat with? What messages have you
that is already
given?
there's already a problem.
Hello, hello. Good day, everyone. If you're listening to us right now, you know what time it is. It's time for the Let's Toast to Life podcast with your favorite hosts, of course.
Yep. How are we all doing today? I hope you guys are excited. I hope you've had a good day or a good week.
Mm-hmm. How are you? How are you doing?
Great. I'm doing fine, apart from the fact that it's getting colder every day. Like if we can just get summer back, then it will be like perfect.
You know, the weather is one of those things that I kind of wonder about, and it makes me think about the awesomeness of God that we're all in this world, though, but somewhere in Africa, people are experiencing extreme heat.
Yep.
And here we are getting colder and people are falling sick because the weather changed so drastically. I mean, I wish I could just, take some part of the sun from Nigeria and just put it here in Germany, just
Yeah.
over me though, like just like just me in my own sun.
And then people in Nigeria are also wishing just for some
Exactly.
cold. Like the
You
heat
know,
is a lot. But learn not
well,
to complain.
it
Give
is what it
thanks.
is,
Give
right?
thanks every time.
Cool. So just before I go into what we're discussing today, if you had to describe your emotions right now, how you're feeling with a fruit,
With the fruits,
eh,
uh, banana,
why?
because I feel like I want to approach the episode like I want to. You know how you peel, right? You peel a
Okay,
banana. So I know it's a Q and A, so it's like I'm feeling like okay, I'll get
let's
peeled. Yeah,
unpack.
yeah.
Okay, I already
Unpack.
given hints into what we're talking about. Okay, let me just go straight into it. So, people, we want to try a different format today. It's going to be a Q and A. So, how did we come to this conclusion, right? If you remember, there was an episode where we told you that we had created a form because we want to get feedback about our podcast and how we can improve and things that we can try out. So, one of the people who responded to our feedback form or gave a response in our feedback form said that we should try the Q&A format. So, that said, we looked for some hot questions
Okay.
that we are going to be each answering from our own perspective.
Yeah.
Anu doesn't know the questions. I have seen the questions, but of course, like I don't know what my answer will be until we progress in the
Yeah.
episode. So, are
Yes.
you
It's
ready?
gonna be fun. Let's do it.
Okie dokie. We're starting off with, of course, relationship type questions. Just because you and I are married and
Yes.
people love love. I've seen it that a lot of people really like to listen to love stories and things around love.
Love
Topics
stories
relating
are
to love
interesting.
are
Everybody,
very
yeah,
relatable and
yeah.
exactly. So, my first question, should you stay friends with your ex?
I think you can stay friendly with your ex, but I am not very inclined to staying friends. So because if you want to define friends, so it means you are sort of constantly in communication with this particular person.
Mm-hmm.
You're sharing your lives together. So it's not advised just
Mm.
because, and I wouldn't do that honestly. But it's also not advised because, especially if you guys had very good relationship and somehow you guys stopped dating. So not like it was very terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe you guys were passionately involved with each other. There could be many things that could happen. However, I am for staying friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to like, except if the ex is like a terrible person, so you just want to cut ties entirely. But I have some people that I dated in the past that if I see them tomorrow, I would probably greet them warmly,
Mm-hmm.
right? It could even be a hug. So I can be friendly with my ex, but I wouldn't be friends with my ex. I don't think it's the best decision.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What do you think about this?
For me, I agree with all that you said. I just maybe want to bring a kind of perspective to it that there's also the age factor. When you're young, very young, like in between the ages of 16 to 20, you
Yes.
know how you can be in relationships with people and then you date them for 2 months, 3 months, and all those ones, that's
Doesn't
you
count. It doesn't
know
count as
now it's
ex.
still
Two
X.
months, 2 months
It's still
relationship is not
X.
a
No,
relationship. It's a joke. That's a
do
joke.
you know that people can really download their whole lives and already plan the future in 1 week?
But I don't even reckon relationships that we had when we were in high school as relationships because we're not really
No, but 16 to 20 is university, given the standard time of people entering uni.
even uni, some relationships in uni, if you're honest, if you look back at some of your relationships in uni, so you don't really reckon that as a serious relationship because
Some, not
yeah,
all.
yes,
There were relationships I had in my university that I definitely count as solid relationships because I actually thought
you
there was going to be a
okay,
future,
okay.
you know?
But
So
when
I
you were a child, you thought like a child, and now that you're grown up,
yes,
you move
so
on.
what I'm trying to say is that if you are much younger, it's there are people who can tolerate being friends with their
Yes.
ex.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the moment you get married, the moment you enter into a committed relationship, then the dynamic changes. And what is even important to ask is the situation of the relationship before the breakup. Like, how did you guys end the relationship? Did you end on a good note? Did you end it on
Yes.
a terrible note? If it was ended on a terrible note, I don't know why you want to still be friends. It's a,
No, but
like there's no
there are
logical
some relationships that end on a very like there are some relationships
platonic.
I ended
Uh,
in the past that there was really no fight.
mm,
We just knew that things wouldn't work, you know.
mhm.
So those kind of people, I mean, what do you do? I mean, I don't hate them, and I hope they don't hate me also. So
But I think just in general, there are people who would not mind being friends with their ex.
absolutely,
But in general, it's not really advisable, especially when you know that there could still be feelings somewhere hidden, somewhere that it can spark up.
especially when you're in another committed relationship.
Yes,
I think if you're not in a committed relationship,
you can still be
you can
friends.
still be friends with your
Why not?
ex
Yeah.
because you guys could come together again and create a future together.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are in a committed relationship, you don't want to keep
Mm-hmm.
that past with you.
Mm-hmm. So, speaking on this friendship topic, when men and women become friends,
Yes.
do you think that the initial intention is to just be friends, or one person usually has an intention of dating the other? So they approach the other person with this mindset that, oh, okay, I want to be this person's friend because I want to date this person. Essentially, another way of asking my question is, can men and women be just friends for the
We've had this conversation
of
before,
course,
but I'm going to approach my answer
differently this
differently
time.
this
Okay.
time. When a guy meets a lady and he wants to be friends with this lady, it depends on the state of the guy at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, right now, I'm a married man. If I see a lady that I want to be friends with, I'm definitely not looking at trying to befriend her for her to be my girlfriend and all of that. I'm already in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, that friendship with that lady is going to be platonic, nothing involved. Now, before I got married, there was a season of my life where I really wasn't interested in any relationship. I was focused on other things apart from having a love life. So the friends I had at that time that were ladies, I just built friendship really, not with the intent of wanting to date any one of them, just friends
Mm-hmm.
because my headspace at that time was not relationship directed. Then there
See.
was a time in my life when I was ready for relationship. I was meeting ladies, and now this time because I knew I wanted to get into a relationship as at that time, even if I met a lady and I said I want to be your friend, somewhere at the back of my mind I know, does she,
Can she? Will
can
she?
she, will she? So I think it depends on the state of the guy at the time of meeting the lady that he wants to be a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then that could evolve. So if you meet a guy who is single and who is open for a relationship and he has a female friend that he has known for a long time, right? There is every possibility that if the lady comes and asks him that, hey, we've been friends all this while, I like you. Do you like me? She should not be surprised that the guy should say, I like you too. And I think that's what makes a lot of ladies like surprised. Like, but I thought we're just bros. I thought, you're like my brother, I'm like my sister. But if the guy is single, he has a good head on his shoulders, you have a good head on your shoulders, and you guys have been friends, and somehow the guy comes and says he likes you, it's not strange. It shouldn't be counted as strange.
It shouldn't, but I wonder why some ladies even don't get the flag. So the thing is, for me personally, like my alarm bells are always ringing from the very first time that I meet a person, a guy, especially when he is so interested in me. Like you can meet somebody and the person is like, oh, how you doing, what do you do, blah blah
Yes.
blah, and then the conversation ends, and then maybe time passes and the person comes
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
but if this person is consistently in your space trying to build a friendship with you, me as a woman, I'm already thinking, okay, what does this guy want from me, and I don't know if this is right, but me, the way I've always handled my relationships with guys,
Yeah.
once I already sense that this guy wants more from me than friendship, I'm like, okay, what is your intention? So sometimes I actually literally ask, what do you want
Yeah,
from
that's
me?
that's the wise thing to do.
And then there was even one situation actually. This guy was married, or he is married. I don't know if he's still married, but at the time when he met me, he just took interest in me and would be messaging me. And me, I was in a relationship at the time. I knew he was married. And then he was asking us to hang out, like me and him in a place. And I'm like, okay, so what is your
Why?
intention?
Yeah.
And he said he really likes me. He wants to get to know me more. I said, I don't have the luxury of time
And
or
was it?
interest to get to know you more than a professional slash social relationship.
Yeah.
And for social, we have events where we can meet,
Yeah.
and professional, of course, like we can
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
But like as far as meeting you, going to dinner with you, why am
It's
I
no,
doing
he's
that?
a guy man. So
Especially because you're married. Like,
yeah.
what do you want from me? And
Yeah.
so in my head, I'm thinking, wait, this guy must have thought that maybe I'm one of either two things. Either he's overly friendly and just wants a friend that will be a female friend in
Yeah.
his life, even though he's married, or he thinks I'm one of those women that will be okay with being a side chick. I don't know, but like for me, it was really funny, which is why what I want to say is that I find it funny when sometimes women are surprised when men
Mm-hmm.
approach them. They've been friends, and then the guy is like, I like you, and they didn't sense it. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Maybe there are some men who hide, they know how to
To
hide
hide.
their emotions
Absolutely.
and
Oh
all
no,
that. But
there are some men that they would show signs like I'm interested in you, but I'm interested in you like I'm interested in five other ladies or 10
mm-hmm,
other ladies. So there's really nothing special about you. So don't feel special.
mm-hmm,
Right? I'm just a nice guy.
yeah.
I just know how to create time for the people in my life. So I can create time for you where I'm talking to you every day. And you're like, how come you're talking to me every day? And I tell you, well, you're not the only one. I have a number of friends that are females, and I talk to them like every
You
day.
see that your own, eh? That one will confuse me because there's no friend of mine that is just a friend that I talk to every day.
Yeah, but trust me, there are some guys can create that time to constantly chat ladies. Like,
Multiple ladies every single
yeah,
day.
yes, it's very
Aber
possible.
geht nicht.
Yeah, but it's possible, and it's like,
It's like, for me, when I hear that, it's like, Babala player. Like,
yeah,
he
yeah,
has player attributes. Because for
yes,
you to be able to talk to a particular person every day, that means you have bandwidth in your heart. Then you will now replicate that for several women. How
yeah.
do you even
Men,
manage
no,
that?
a man has the capacity to do it.
My goodness.
That one, if it's about the capacity to handle many at once,
Okay.
please just leave the men in that. The Lord has given us that capacity.
Okay. So I have two more questions about the relationship, and we're actually even like
Yeah, but it's
15
fun.
minutes into.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Okay. Is it okay to check your partner's phone, let's talk about trust issues. Like, what do you think about it when I'm
First,
always on your phone checking every week, every weekend? Who did you chat with? What messages have you
that is already
given?
there's already a problem,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's already a problem if there is any reason at all to want to check your partner's phone out of suspicion. It means there's
Out of curiosity,
or
Uncle.
out of curiosity too, is there's also a question mark, because if you are completely trustworthy as a partner, there should not be any reason in this world why your partner should think that you have something to hide on your phone. That's the first thing. Secondly, I believe if you are a trustworthy person, you are loyal, you are doing the right thing, there's really nothing to hide in your phone. There's nothing to hide. And not that we're perfect couples, but honestly, we have 100% access to each other's phone.
Yeah. Let me pause you. Let me stop you
Yes,
and ask a question. So we use the same password, which
yes,
is our trust code.
yeah,
Like my phone password is your phone password. So
yes,
we have full access to each
each
other's
other's
phones.
phones. Yeah,
If it
and
was
it's
a different scenario
yes.
where I asked you to give me the password of your phone and you say no, should I, as a woman, be like,
Why?
why?
Yes, yes.
Or should I understand that we have boundaries? Let's look at it from a relationship perspective. So maybe these people are not yet married, but they are in a committed
Relationship.
relationship. And maybe, for example, like I want to take a picture of you, or I want to look at the pictures that you've taken with your phone. And then I'm about to unlock it. I see that I don't know the password. Then I ask you, what's your password? And you're like, why are you asking for my password? I want to unlock your phone. I want to check pictures. Okay, I can't give you my password. Give me the phone. Let me type it in. So should that be a red flag for the woman, or is it a case of just understanding that there are
It depends. It
boundaries?
depends on how the guy handles it, right? Everything is with it's case by case.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are dating this guy, you guys are just knowing each other. There's a place for boundary. You're not entitled to the guy's phone. You're not entitled to the things that he's typing. You're not entitled to anything. There's really no entitlement because you're just knowing each other. There's really no commitment level. We're just dating. So if you want to access his phone and the guy says why, and he asks you why, it's not out of place because you're not yet that most important person in his life, right? So if he asks you why and he asks you politely, then you should just tell him, oh, I want to take a picture, I want to check something. Now he has the right to refuse or to accept at that stage in your relationship. That's dating, right? Now, if you guys are now like engaged, so there's a higher level of commitment. There's some higher level of some form of entitlement that you also have because now you're engaged. So engagement means you've put something on my hand to show that I am the special person. So at this stage, if you ask him for his pin, he should feel comfortable to let you know his pin.
Mm.
Now, if he's still hesitant, then you as the lady or vice versa can now probe further because
Mm.
now you are in a deeper relationship, more commitment.
What is he
Yeah,
hiding?
like why don't you want me to know your password?
Mm-hmm.
And then have the conversation. I mean, I'm not trying to probe into your phone, but is there something you're hiding from me? Are
Mm-hmm.
there things I'm not trying to be just, curious? There's a way you present it to a lot of things are wisdom based. If as the lady, if you now say, what is your problem? I just argue, and then you just turn it to rough, and you start making a whole hula baloo of the situation, then that can become a problem. But now, when you are married, ah, when you're married, if your wife is on your phone for 1 hour and your heart is beating, it means there's something,
There's something. Yeah.
or if your husband is on your phone and your heart is beating, there's something. Me, I can sleep and I leave my phone and you're on my phone. Anything where you see that I'm not afraid of anything because
Mm.
I know when I'm talking to anybody, I know what I'm saying and I know and
Mm-hmm.
I'm conscious of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And to be honest, in this 21st century, is a stupid man that would get caught on his phone doing nonsense. It just means you're stupid. Like, can we be honest?
But babe,
You can do
this
things.
one now is giving the men a clue.
No, no,
Stupid
no,
men
no, no,
a
no,
clue
no.
to
But
not.
it's just. But I'm just being honest. Like, if you want to do stuff, you can do things, and you wouldn't get caught on your
Is
phone.
even stress. Like I'm just thinking, why would you even stress yourself to be in a relationship and then be doing some bad things on the
It's
side,
unnecessary.
and then you are now trying to hide it from the person that you're committed to? Like it's very unnecessary, it's very stressful. It's, I think, definitely, just maybe to end this question, the most important ingredient in a relationship in this context is trust.
Yeah.
Like if I don't trust you and you don't trust me, there will always be this question mark, this big question of what is on his phone, what does he do with his phone, who is he talking to, do I know the people he's talking to, where is he going, when is he coming home? Like everything is laced. There's
Just
a
be
bit of
open.
insecurity there as
Yeah.
well, so definitely I'm thankful that we trust each other, and I'm really praying that people actually get into relationships with people that are trustworthy, because I cannot imagine being in a relationship with somebody that you cannot trust. Once trust is broken, everything is like so difficult. You
Yeah.
start to question everything you see, everything you hear.
There's a rule of thumb when it comes to this, right? Don't keep secrets. Just try to be as open as possible,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to uh relationships with the opposite sex. Now, I'm not of the opinion that the only friend or the only woman you should talk to is your wife. I don't believe that. I think you should have friends who are females, and colleagues and people that you can talk to, but as much as possible, let your wife know them.
Mm-hmm.
In your conversations with those ladies, bring up topics about your wife, or at least let there be some sort of awareness that there's a woman in your life, and she's the most important person in your life, irrespective of the friendship. Don't sacrifice your wife for that or those other friends. Don't throw your wife under the bus. When you need to spend time with anybody, and your wife needs your time, it's a no-brainer. Throw away that friend, be with your wife. And just let your wife also meet your friend. That's something I do. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like my friend, so you've spoken to my friend. Like if I have any female friend that cannot talk to my wife, it cannot be my friend too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to be a problem. I want my wife to be comfortable that, oh, when she sees me on the call talking to my friend,
I can excuse you
she can let
and
me be, and I know that, okay, I know this friend.
yeah.
I know this I know her. She's Anu's friend. They chat, they talk like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Not like I'm
And
not
that
trying
should
to
even
hide.
be the goal,
Yeah,
that your friends should know your partner
yeah,
and
yeah.
vice versa.
It's just helpful.
It's just very
Yeah.
helpful,
So
so
there's no
that there's
secrets.
peace,
Yeah.
there's progress in the relationship, and nobody is feeling like they are left in a hidden place. Like
Yes. Yes.
don't hide your partner from your friends,
Yeah.
and don't hide your friends from
From
your
your
partner,
partner. Yeah. Yeah.
basically. Okay, so this question is a question that I thought about.
Hmm.
So it's my question.
Come on now.
Is it okay to ask your ex why they broke up with you
What are you looking for?
in situations where in
What are you
situations
looking
where
for,
you don't
Gogo?
know why?
Why? What? Why are you looking for? Why
What
they?
if it's something that you want to improve on?
That
Like
one,
it's
not
not.
you can. There are many areas you can improve on.
No, so the thing is, let's say you were I don't know why you are against it.
Okay.
Let's say you were in a relationship with someone like 2 years, and then
Yeah.
the person just comes and says to you, you know what, it's not you, it's me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just need to move on with my life. And you don't know why exactly. You don't know what
No,
was the reason. Is
you
it okay
ask.
to
No,
ask?
ask, of course. Oh, yeah, come on. That's just common. That's common sense. Ask. Hey, okay, I know it's not you, it's me. Okay, can you just explain further?
Mhm.
Where are we ending this relationship? What don't you like? It's fine. I get it. We're going to end
So
this
why did
relationship.
you why did you say why do you want to know in the beginning? Because you don't understand my
Because I was
context.
thinking that you people already ended the relationship. Everything has
No,
already
it's for
started. They are now
closure.
going
Like you
back
don't know
because of
why.
closure.
You don't know why. Like someone just walks out of your life after some certain
Yes, you can go.
months have
Yeah,
been invested into the relationship. You guys were almost like, in a good direction, and all of a sudden this person comes and says, you know what, I can't. It could even be in a friendship too.
yeah, you can
Like
ask.
you've been friends with somebody, and then all of a sudden they say it's not you, it's me. I wanna,
I
I
think there
wanna,
are,
I gonna.
I think there are two directions to it. It's like,
Eh,
first, you can go and ask this person, hey, what happened? Explain it to me. Genuinely. Just let me know. Now the person has the choice to actually divulge all the information and let you know how they feel or whatever, and then you get the closure that you need. But bear in mind that the person can also say, hey, it's not you, it's me, and that's it. I have nothing more to say. You can beg and say, please, no, it's not possible. You must tell me. And the person say, that's all I have to say. It's not you, it's me. So that closure you're looking for, you will not get from that person. So you must go to the second option and find your own closure with your own self. So there are cases where you can get the answer that you need from the question about closure, and you get that closure that you need. There are cases where the person wouldn't give you an answer. Even sometimes the person can even give you an answer that does not make sense. And you're like, okay, I hear you, but make it make sense. But it doesn't make sense to you. So even the closure you're looking for from the person, you can't get it. So what do? Then you have to move on. You have to find the closure yourself. You have to, talk to yourself, have your own pep talk, do whatever you need to do. But there's just sometimes that you wouldn't get it. So what are you gonna do?
yeah, you're right. But I wonder how many people are stuck in their cycles of brokenness because they don't really know how to move forward from a past relationship, especially one that they did not foresee would break. So they became heartbroken, and they really don't even know what they did because in your example, the person said it's not you, it's me. And then they start to ask themselves, okay, I hear you, you say it's you, but clearly you are leaving me. So maybe that has something to do with me. What did I do wrong? How can I even help myself not to make this same mistake in the next relationship?
Yeah.
And so that thinking is repeating and repeating and stopping them from even progressing.
Yeah, I get that. And we have to also be empathetic to those kind of people. So let me not come across as nah, nah. Of
Yeah.
course, I get it. It's
And
sometimes it
when you
can be.
said sometimes you can go to even yourself and ask, sometimes you don't even have the answer because from your own point of view, you tried your best,
Yes,
so
but then if I have a sit down with people like this, I have to help them understand that you have a truth that you're believing. What truth do you want to believe? If you ask yourself all these questions about, okay, you do a very thorough reflection of your relationship, and you're able to identify, oh, these are the things I did wrong, or these are the things I did not do wrong. Do you believe your reasons enough? Do you believe your analysis? Do you believe your reflection? So if I can get you to do a honest, truthful reflection of your previous relationship and itemize the things that you reckon as your strengths or the things that you did well and the things that perhaps led to the dissolution of your relationship, then I'm going to have to ask you, do you really believe these things? So if I can get you to believe what you've written as the truth, then it means nothing else matters. Why a lot of people are stuck in that whole cycle is they don't, somewhere at the back of their mind, they believe that there's something more that they don't know or they are not sure of, or the truth that they know is not the absolute truth that they want to believe and hold on to, that there's perhaps someone who thinks differently, and because of that they are locked up in the unknown, and that unknown you don't have the power. Yeah, it's like you're giving the power to another person to unravel that box for you. So why give that person that power? Why don't you take that power and set yourself free? Tell yourself the truth. Okay, I messed up. I didn't do this well. Okay,
moving on.
moving on. How can I improve myself? But you have to believe your story. You have to believe your own mind. You have to believe what you have come up with. And every other thing, you just throw it into the garbage. That's going to be my just like basics, simple approach.
Okay. So maybe we do one more and call it a day.
Cool.
Okay, pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
Would you date someone who earns significantly less than you? You know you're the guy. So should I flip the question for you, or maybe you would answer less and more? You answer both,
Honestly, I
like.
can date both.
Mm-hmm.
I can date someone who significantly lower or earns significantly lower than I do, and someone that earns significantly more than I do. I can. Yeah.
Okay, that was easy. That was.
Yeah. No, because
So what's your reason?
and
Like.
the reason is nothing remains the same forever.
Mm,
So if I meet you at a stage where you are earning lower than I am, you can always earn more
that's
as you
true.
progress. So why should I throw you under the bus or leave you because you are earning significantly lower than I am? You can always get better. You can always improve. You can always do better. Yeah. So that is why I would not. If you have other qualities there, then we do what we gotta do. And then on the other side, if today I'm the one earning lower and you're the one earning higher, doesn't mean that I cannot come up tomorrow. And I'm not praying that you go down, right? But doesn't mean I cannot come up. I can. Today I'm earning less than you. Next tomorrow I can. So there are other qualities that are more important than that. And overall, God just helped me over time to just learn that the qualities of a human being that has much weight are not the things that are physical and things that can be touched, felt, and it's the content of a man.
What is in?
What is in that person? That
Yeah.
is what is more important.
I yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Finish.
that's what I have to say about that.
No, that's very true. I definitely agree with you. So let me answer the question from my perspective, and then we can. I will also add a few points to what you said. So, can I date someone who earns significantly less than me? Yes, I can. I can date a man who earns significantly less than me. I can date a man who earns significantly more than me. And the reason is because if I would date a man that earns significantly less than me, I'm going to, of course, look at certain things like, okay, what does he have? Like, how does he think? Is he visionary? Because now we're talking about dates, it's not marriage. This one is you meet somebody. When you're dating someone, I don't think that should be like your number one priority. Like, oh, I want someone that is rich to date. But unfortunately, a lot of women use that as their top three. Like, this person must be financially capable and whatnot. And they tend to forget that life is in seasons. There are people men who are earning so much, and then all of a sudden they lose their jobs. And then for the next couple of months or years, it goes down the line, and then they have to start afresh. Like, we don't pray for such things to happen,
But
but
it
that's the
happens.
reality of
Yeah,
life,
life happens.
unfortunately. So to now go back to my point of looking at what is in the mind of the man, like I'm looking at, okay, now he's earning way less, but what are his prospects? Is he someone that is hardworking? Is he someone that is very smart? Is he someone that is enterprising? Is he someone that is not egoistic?
Is it
Because
daring?
is he daring? Someone that is earning less than me and is egoistic will be problematic because he will start to judge himself in comparison to how much I am earning. And then I don't want to be with a man who would feel less than a man because he's earning less than me.
Yep.
So once I see that the man already has that inside of him, if he's earning less, cancel. If he's earning more, cancel. Because again, like I mentioned, things could change. He could lose his job. So if he loses his job and then he now starts to earn peanuts, then me, I'll not be the one suffering because the man is throwing child tantrums,
Yeah.
So I think just to summarize my whole point, like you said, what is important is what the person carries on the inside,
Yep.
and things change. situations change. We don't pray for the worst, but it could
Life,
happen.
life
Life
happen.
happens, and people who are rich today might not be as rich tomorrow, and vice versa.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
agree.
women, when you're looking for who to date, yeah, money is important in general, but the man and the way he thinks is much more important than the money that he makes.
Of course. I mean, the true quality of a man is the quality in the man.
Okie
So,
dokie.
yep,
That's it for today. Otherwise, we would,
continue.
yeah, we
But this
would
was
go
fun.
forever.
Special thanks to the person who, I mean, it was anonymous. I really wish we knew your name. We could have just given you the special shout out. But thank you for leaving this and the feedback form. We really appreciate it. And for anyone who is listening and you're yet to give a feedback, you could just go to our podcast page on Spotify.
Spotify.
You'd see the Google form there. It's constantly there on our bio
Yes, in the description box
description
of the
box.
podcast, you will see the link to the forms.
Yeah.
Just click on it.
So do
It
it.
takes like 3 minutes. And
Yeah.
for us, it's really important because we are lifelong learners. We want
Yeah.
to get better. And one way that we can do this is through your help. If you tell us what you enjoy, if you tell us what is missing, if you tell us how we can do better, then we are able to work on it.
And your comments means a lot to us. So
Yes.
please, like last week, someone commented, aloli, that's you.
Yeah. To
Cool,
show that he
cool.
listens.
Eh,
Yeah. Cool.
Alright.
So thanks everyone for listening, for leaving comments. And you know the drill. Please share with someone else. Let our podcast expand its listeners. Help us to do this work. Okay.
Thank you guys. We
And God
appreciate
bless
it.
you. And speak to you in a few days from now.
Yep.
Toodles.
Toodles. Ciao.